We decided to take a little getaway this weekend. Williamsburg is just a few hours from where we live, and so we came to visit some family in Williamsburg this weekend, and so we thought we'd bring you guys along with us because there's actually a lot of fun things to do in Williamsburg, both if you're looking just to get away or if you're taking kids on a field trip too. So some of the stuff there is to do around here includes like Busch Gardens, which is a big amusement park with lots of roller coasters. There's Water Country USA with water slides. There's shopping outlets and huge antique malls if you're into shopping. But what we really like about Williamsburg is all the historical stuff.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we love history, and there's a lot of history in this area. So we're not going to be able to go to every place this weekend, but there's Colonial Williamsburg, there's Jamestown, there's Yorktown, there's a lot of museums. So we're going to go visit a couple of these places this weekend. We'll take you guys along with us, show you some of the sites, and we've actually taken class field trips to some of these places as well. So we can give you a little information about that too if you've thought about taking kids to any of these places.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a few years since I've been out here, I think for you as well. So I don't think much has changed, but you never know if they're throwing some new things in there, some new ideas, new exhibits, new things. So we will try our best to get information for you guys as we go along. We just arrived at Colonial Williamsburg. It is a beautiful day, and the great thing about Colonial Williamsburg, which according to their website is the world's largest living history museum, is that you can actually come down here and walk, and it's completely free. You do need a ticket to go into some of the buildings where you can see reenactments, or there's different shops and they'll show you like candle making or wig making and different things like that. So you need a ticket to go in the buildings, but just to come down and walk around and there's actors and interact with the actors outside is actually completely free. So we're gonna walk around and check things out. We've been inside a lot of the buildings several times before, so we're not gonna buy tickets today, but there's still lots to see and do for free outside. So it's really helpful because at each of the ticket and information centers, they actually have QR codes, so you can use your phone to scan and it will pull up a map of the area because it's actually huge here. So then you can see what the different buildings are, and you can see what places you can go into and different things like that. Alright, so like I said, there are a few places that you can go into that you do not need a ticket. So this is actually a store, so we're going to go in here and look around. So each of the buildings also have a sign on them that tell what they are and a little bit about the history of the buildings. Like we can see that where we're at now was the shoemaker shop. So all around downtown Colonial Williamsburg, outside, you're gonna see all kinds of actors, and like this guy is answering questions about weapons in the military and militias in Colonial Williamsburg for children. And all of the actors always stay in character, so if you talk to them about present day things, they may look at you a little confused, but it's fun to interact with the different actors. And actually right now they're not doing it because of COVID. They don't have as many actors out as they normally do, but I know when I've taken school groups here before, they'll actually do like reenactments out in the streets, and there would be like guards that would come down the street and ask the kids like what they thought of King George, and it's just a lot of fun. So behind me is the Capitol building, and if you pay for a ticket you can actually go inside and see reenactments of the House of Burgesses and the first government that was in the United States, and that's actually really fun to watch. But if you've never been to Williamsburg, this building still may look really familiar to you. There was a show that Ben and I used to watch a couple years ago. It was one of our favorite shows because like we said, we love history. It's called Turn. And I think actually now it's on Netflix. You can watch it if you have Netflix. But actually all through here in Colonial Williamsburg was where they filmed Turn. It was a show all about George Washington's spies during the Revolutionary War. And so they filmed all throughout Colonial Williamsburg. And this building was actually filmed quite a lot for that show. So it might look familiar to you if you were also a fan of Turn. Hey, look, he's back.
Hey.
So, well, you can tell him. The thing broke.
Oh yeah, so we use a gimbal sometimes, and the gimbal really helps us to keep everything really smooth, very straight.
It makes it easier to get both of us in a shot.
Yeah, it makes it a
too.
little easier. We can do these selfies. So I'm literally holding it with my hand right now, so it's probably really shaky footage. But I'm still here. I'm still in this video.
He's behind the camera. It's not just me by myself.
Yeah. So you having a good time?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah, it's kind of cool to, because we've both been here a couple times with
I don't
school
think
groups.
we've ever actually been together.
Never
though.
together,
We've always
no.
brought school groups separately, and I don't
Right.
even know if they know that you have classroom experience too.
Yes. So I got that teacher blood too. Kind of. I was a TA, which I don't know. I guess that kind of counts. Like I did, one-on-ones, and I got the teacher whatever they needed. But so I was working in a school, believe it or not. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just cool to see like some of the different changes. Obviously with COVID, not everything is open. You kind of have to follow more rules and guidelines. But you still get to experience a lot out here, and it's beautiful out here too.
Yeah.
So, would you agree?
Absolutely. It's a great day.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna keep going.
All right, so This is actually the jail, and I remember this very distinctly because the last time I brought a school group here, this was one of my students' favorite places. They actually talked about how, our tour guide talked about how Blackbeard was imprisoned here at one point, and the kids thought that was really cool. So this is memorable from being here of all the things. I'm so excited. They'll bring down wagons with oxen and carriages with horses, and then I think we showed you some sheep and different things, but there's animals everywhere. Right now, we left her with a family member at home, but we keep seeing so many dogs here because Colonial Williamsburg is actually dog friendly. You can bring your dog as long as they're leashed. It's making me wish we had Penny Lane here with us. Do you miss her too?
I guess so.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I definitely do miss her little Penny Lane sometimes.
So we're having fun, but man, my heart misses her.
Yeah, but if you're able to bring a dog, which probably in your situation you might not, but we do see a lot of people walking their dogs around here, so it's a very dog-friendly place.
Yeah.
So if you have that opportunity, feel free, because I think the dogs would love it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is the Governor's Palace behind me. If you've watched Turn, that show we were talking about a little bit ago, you probably have seen this building as well. But if you decide to come here and you buy a ticket to go in the buildings, this is one that you definitely want to go in. It's really beautiful on the inside, and definitely one of the best buildings to check out here. At the Governor's Palace, you need a ticket to go inside, but there's actually gardens all around the Governor's Palace, and those things you do not need a ticket to do. So we actually just did like a garden maze with the big hedgerows.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
We got lost.
Made a few wrong choices, but we found our way out.
Yeah, we found our way out, and then there's a little spot you can look up and actually see the maze in its entirety and see where you messed up.
Yeah.
And just have a great time looking at how you failed.
It's a lot of fun though, you should definitely do it.
Yeah.
right, so we just finished at Colonial Williamsburg. What did you think?
It was fun. Like, scenery was great. It was fun just seeing the different actors and actresses in their colonial garb. And felt like we learned a couple of things, talking to people. They will stay in character though, so if you say anything relating to 2020 or 2021, they're gonna look at you like you're stupid. So
we always try to ask people before we record them, oh, is it okay if we record you for our YouTube channel?
What is YouTube? What is YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. So, but anything related to what they're doing, they have good information. So,
What do you think was your favorite thing?
Well, the maze was really fun.
Oh yeah,
I think that was fun trying to navigate through that. The garden areas were really pretty. And the horses and carriages, the ox and cart.
I was gonna say the animal. I like seeing all the animals.
Just there's a lot of different things. Like the characters just kind of made it come alive a little bit more. So I enjoyed that. But things are definitely different with COVID. But it's a historic site.
It's still very enjoyable.
Yeah, it's a historic site, so nothing's really changed that much. But there are a few little things that have changed.
Well, I was going to say, I did get some information for people watching. Everything we did today was free. So like we showed you, we were there for hours too.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can go, you can spend a lot of time, you can do just a lot of really cool stuff and learn a lot of things and not spend any money at all. But if you do want to go inside of some of those buildings that we showed you that you need a ticket for, I did look online. It looks like tickets are around $35 per person at the time of making this. So if you want to get a ticket, that's about how much it is. But I mean, honestly, if you're on a budget, I just wouldn't even do that, because you can still have such an enjoyable time and interact with the actors and see the animals and everything. And I also looked too, because like we said, we've taken school groups there before. Personally, I thought it was one of the best field trips I've ever taken kids on. We called in advance, told them what our standards were, and they completely customized our field trip to the standards that we taught. So it was awesome for the kids. They got to see so much stuff that they were learning about, and it really brought history to life for them. And I looked online, it looks like field trips start at around $18 per student, and there's different levels, so it goes up from there. But another cool thing I found on their website, I guess with COVID and everything, a lot of museums and things have been creating virtual field trips for kids, and there are virtual field trips on their website. So just a couple things for you to check out, whether you're just wanting to go yourself or whether you're wanting to take kids or a school group. There's lots of options.
Yeah. And something we didn't really get to show you guys was there's a lot of shops on the other end. So you have the historical section, and then you have a lot of shops. So if you're looking for a good place to eat, we actually stopped in to get some ice cream. So we didn't get to show you guys a lot of that, but there are those options as well. So you can make a full day out of it.
Oh, for sure.
Easily.
Yeah, a lot of fun. But I'll tell you what, after all that walking and everything that we've been doing today, we are hungry. So we're actually gonna go get some barbecue now.
Yes.
So we just got back to where we were staying. How was your dinner?
It was good. It's good. It's always good. Barbecue is always good.
So we usually do barbecue because being gluten and dairy free, it's like one of the few safe things for me. But ironically, this is the first time we've ever gone to barbecue that they didn't have a lot of stuff that I could eat. So it was a little hard for me, but I was still able to eat something.
Yeah, you still walked away full.
Yeah. Yeah, but we are exhausted, so we are going to go to bed, and we will see you in the morning for day 2.
Day 2.
Hey guys, so we are back from Williamsburg, and as Ben has been editing that video, it has just turned out longer than we expected because we did so many things. So we decided to break it up into 2 parts. So if you are not already, make sure that you are subscribed to our channel so that way when we post day 2, it shows up in your feed. And we'll see you guys in that video.